Hey Aquarius, you guys ever get the feeling that you no longer vibrate on the same frequency as the people that you've surrounded yourself with? Or even some of the people who you didn't choose to surround yourself with, but rather like the family you were born into, or the people you have to deal with at work, or just about anybody. You ever feel like you're so different from everyone around you and you just gotta want to crawl up under a rock? Let's talk about it. You know that saying, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself? I feel like that saying comes up so much for the Aquarians. It may not be something that we say particularly, and I say we because I too am an Aquarius sun sign. But it may not be something that we say often, but rather it is something that we think often. We're so used to being the people who know what it takes to get the job done that we kind of just shove people out the way and take over and the job gets done. Yeah, it gets tiring. It gets tiring, but you know that if not you, then who? Aquarius, it feels like you are having to make cuts. It's like you're getting to the point of the elimination round, like on the reality shows. You're currently reflecting on life in general, but to be specific, the people who you've been surrounded by for so long, and the fact that, as I said, they don't match your energy. And it's not cool, I guess you could say, for us to just say, hey, you're nothing like me, bye. So it's not like that. It's not being done like that. But you're kind of categorizing people. Like you go here, you go here, you go there. I deal with you for this reason, you for that reason, and that sort of thing. And I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I think we're at that point. With the key card here being the first card out, it's like you're trying to get to the core of the problem, okay? That's the second line on the key card. And you're finding that the core of the problem may have something to do with the type of people that you've surrounded yourself with. And so with this shadow card, it's as if you've surrounded yourself with nothing but people who aren't willing to put in the work in order for them to have the awakening that you've already had. And so you're tired of carrying these relationships. And when I say carry, I mean you're tired of being the person to have to say what the relationship needs in order to survive. Most people are able to proceed throughout life without having to check their relationships, I guess. But for the Aquarius, we happen to be the type of people who require mental stimulation. And a part of that mental stimulation has to come from the people that we've surrounded ourselves with. So now with these cutoffs that you've made, you feel like you had to do this in order for you to not feel drained mentally. With reconcile and firm both being in reverse here, it's like I don't want to fix these issues. I'd much rather the people fix themselves. Because the firm card here in reverse is like someone who is not wide awake. If you pay attention to the first line on the firm card, it says wide awake. But by it being in reverse, this represents people or a person who is not wide awake. This represents someone who, even if they were to wake up, if even the slightest bit, this isn't someone who will stand on that. In fact, these are people who would get bored at the first sign of tranquility. And you know, for us, tranquility is everything. But see, with this talent card here being in reverse, for them, it's the opposite. For them, they'd find it very hard to be skilled at being able to be at peace and finding joy in being at peace. So now, where does that leave the relationship between you and them? They miss you, or rather, they're going to be missing you because you can't do it anymore. You can no longer compromise who you are to maintain these relationships. And so you've stopped trying to force yourself to look deep within these people to find something good enough for you to stick around. You've turned trash into treasure. And I'm not calling anyone in your life trash. All I'm saying is that you've turned situations that no longer serve you into treasure by getting rid of energies that keep you bogged down. They keep you stuck, okay? They keep you complacent. They keep you unstimulated. You've chosen you. And in choosing you, you chose to run away from it all. Look at the girl in the runaway card. It's as if she's running for dear life. And it's not like she's scared. It's almost, to me, and she's backwards, so I can't see her face. I see no expression at all, but it feels free to me looking at this card. It's like wind blowing through my hair. I'm taking it all in, and I'm getting away from everything that isn't for me. And then with this photographs card being in reverse, it's making me feel like as she's running, she's like dropping parts of her, memories, things that happened in the past, or the parts of her that it's like shedding skin. That's what it's like. It's like, I don't need this anymore. So it's all falling away as she continues to run. You're at the point where you're gonna say what you want and mean what you say, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it. And if they try to, divine intervention will step in, okay? Because you deserve this peace. You've waited so long to feel this level of peace. And the universe, be damned. Your ancestors, be damned. The Most High, be damned if anyone blocks you from having this peace. This isn't something that you are willing to let go of. And this is why letting go is in reverse. Because you have a strong hold on who you are right now and on what you want. And if you let this slip away, you know that you will be right back at square one. And that cannot happen. That will not happen. So you've turned your peace into your passion with this rose card. You are passionate about your peace. Whatever it takes for you to remain at peace is exactly what you're willing to do. For some of you, you're not quite there yet. You haven't fully stepped into what we're talking about here in this reading. This is why we're having this conversation, because this is going to be the push that you need in order to take that leap of faith. Because some of you all don't know if you are capable of doing it. You know that you want it, but you don't know if you're capable of doing that and sticking to it and standing on it. All right. And this is why the torment card is here sideways, because some of you all are still walking around with your head down, or you have like this heavy feeling of everyone else's energy weighing you down. Not to mention the Scene card being here sideways as well. It's like your soul is crying out for more. But you can't have that without taking that leap of faith first. So you're turning off the phone. Or for some of you, this is what you need to do. Put the phone down. Turn it off. Block everybody. Block all unknown callers. Delete their numbers from the contact list so they can be considered unknown callers, and just silence it all. No messages, no phone calls, no anything. For some of you, you're literally probably going to take a vacation of some kind, just you by yourself. You need some me time right now, Aquarius. We're going into a new year, and I think you very badly need some time to yourself. So you don't have to respond to the messages. You don't have to respond to the phone calls. You just need to respond to the universe. And guess what? That's a response that requires no words. Just be silent. Be at peace. The universe will hear you loud and clear. Believe that. And then with the Crown card here, you will be stepping into a version of yourself that you may not have known existed because you were in no position to even recognize it. And once you receive that crown, there's going to be like-minded people waiting to connect with you left and right, sweetheart. Believe in yourself. Believe in your capabilities. Trust who you are. And trust that you are making the right decisions for your own life. Don't worry about who you had to leave behind. Don't focus on that, because if you focus too much on that, then you'll find yourself right back in the same position that you were just in. We are walking into the new year with our heads held high. We know who we are. We know what we need. And if we're not getting it from the people that we've surrounded ourselves with, from the work that we do or whatever it is, then it's time for us to put ourselves in the rooms, in the positions in which will stimulate us the way that we as Aquarians need to be stimulated. That is all I have for you guys for now, and I'll talk to you soon.